Oh, nothing's wrong. I'm just gonna see if this is gonna work. It's gonna be shaky. Put the legs on the tripod a little bit higher.
What's your call, Rich?
Yeah.
Going live, I gotta be polite now.
You have to be somewhat polite.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, you don't have to be totally polite. Uh-huh. I'll get this steadied up in a minute. Yeah, so anyway, this has nothing to do with the weather, folks, yes, but I just wanted to do this I'm just doing it from a phone. Just never actually tried it. I'm not actually operating. My place is right here. I've got my recliner, and I'm just laid back and I'm just watching him do this thing. Right now, I'm going to get sleep. You can do some commentary. You got another radio operator on this card. Here. Hey, Bob, what's going on?
What are you doing?
Too busy moderating chat.
Well, you are a moderator. That's true.
People actually in the chat?
I don't know. I mean, it's that kind
I mean, those were some good steak fingers. You know, when we pulled up and the place was called Cowboy Burger, I was thinking, wow, that's the country burger. I was thinking, I'm getting one of those, you know, nice big thick hamburgers. But you said steak fingers. Good choice, good choice.
Yeah, what?
At the table next to us, they had some fried catfish.
Yeah, they come in, you can get 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, what they do is one piece is when they're slicing ham, so you just get 2. I'm not gonna kid you. Whenever I bring good fish, usually I just get the 2 pieces.
And it's plenty. It's plenty. Ah. Chat's real active because colleagues simply said, go find a business and chat. So there's no one chatting.
Well, Mike just went J5 on AECW.
So what he means by saying he works at J5. J5 is the prefix of, what's that country? How do you say it? India, Bissau? Whatever, in Africa.
Sure.
Yeah. So, a friend of ours just worked with them on Morse code. Right here, it's just ready.
I wonder if they would hear me barefoot.
We are 26 dB and Austria.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my QRP rigs and do a real code activation on there. The Oscar Echo stroke KJ5T stroke Papa.
What's the beat stand for? Portable.
My understanding, Colin may know this better than me. My understanding is they actually require that in certain countries. I don't know if it really matters if you're not in that country, but if you're in the country and you're operating with, like, let's say, a Spanish call sign or something, you're going to have to be dispatch port delivered on that home station. There's no way to get licensed.
So they just had a call on 3.5 megahertz. KYC in California. Say that's digital. The computer is decoding all this sound card on that. He simply operated who to call, who to answer, all that good stuff. So it's operating on 3.596 megahertz and 7.101 megahertz on the second radio, just to his right. But it will only be about a 20-minute live stream. This was the first time I have ever actually tried to do a live stream on YouTube with a phone. Like, working. I'm off camera pretty much.
Me too.
Oh, you are too, yeah. Normally we would operate this event. The other guy you hear on the speaker up there, Colin, he would be here, and a friend of mine down south, who we mentioned the name of Mike. So we'll be doing this as multi-operators. Didn't work out this year. Steve here has been a single operator. And 12-hour event, he can only operate for 10 hours of it. So took an hour and a half off earlier and went to eat.
came back, I said, "Man, you want me to turn on the other radio?" And then Colin got on remotely and set up the other computer. And I simply changed the coaxial cable jumper, and lo and behold, got two radios, two computers, operate on two different bands simultaneously without transmitting at the same time. Each. I really want to talk about the first 3 hours.
We should note that we are using the software login.
Yep. All these viewers.
That's WQ6K.
What is a multiplier unit as? Multiplier in this particular case is a station calling from the state on 7 megahertz and has not been worked yet or logged yet. So it's a new state. And it's called a multiplier because it multiplies times the number of points for each contact that you get. In other words, you made 2 contacts and both contacts with multiplier, you're supposed to perform.
As you're explaining that, I just worked on my
What?
So as you were explaining that, I worked on my
That's what I said too. I saw it coming.
That puts us at 85,000.
Because you and me. Ain't no us do it because you're a single operator.
That is very true.
I wouldn't even in your bus today. I just popped in here to see the MPA. Just kind of been sitting here and just watching to see what's going on. And Colin's over there on Discord audio video.
Resting in your chair there.
Yeah. He's over there and occasionally makes a sound. Like I said, hey, you know what? Even if we were doing multi-operator, 2 transmitter with 2 guys in the chairs operating, yeah, Steve's doing it with 1 guy, but that's the kind of fun we have sometimes.
Especially when you do the whole thing in CQ, especially on ready, because
I'm gonna tell him what he's gonna come up with next. Stick fingers were good now too.
I mean, you said you're going to around 10. You waited until 11.
Yep. Since I was mesmerized by what the computer screen. Yeah, sound effects over there. Down on Discord. Kind of has some fun.
Assume the position.
What position is that? Hey, listen, guys. Next week, thanks to their weather, possibly returns.
We do have better change coming. I just don't know at this point in time how subtle or strong it may be. It's still several days out. So there's a possibility I may be live streaming some thunderstorms about maybe Wednesday next week, possibly days after that as well. We'll just have to see how this all comes together.
Like NRL sidebands next weekend.
It won't be happening probably. Probably gonna be thunderstorms around. So I'm gonna give you a new view here. I'm gonna put you in kind of next to the driver's seat of what's going on here. See there? So 2 keyboards, 2 radios, one right, one left, 2 screens, and up here is basic. I don't think I can actually do this. No, can't do that. I thought I could zoom on this, but I can't. So I'll just have to carry the camera up like this, see if I can give you a view. So if this screen will equalize, basically this is showing where we're being heard and how strong we are. Like the last one just popped up in blue. On 7.101 megahertz, we are 40 dB up in the New York area. Right below that, we're 8 dB on 3596. And what is OE?
Austria.
Yes. See the prefix OE. It's OE9GHV. That is in Austria. That would be in Europe for those of you that don't habla. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make this kind of comical if we can, because honestly, 25 minutes, I might leave it on for 25 minutes more, because his shutdown time is going to be in 25 minutes. Because he will have achieved his 10 hours of operating time.
Now, this is one of the amplifiers right here. It's covered up. Obviously, this is a 100 watt, 150 watt thing. That's all the transmitted power used. The other amplifiers over here covered up, not even turned on. They'd be much louder if those were on.
Beautiful. So I went to the Northwest Beverage and pulled them out of there.
And Colin, do you want to explain? He's talking about a beverage and he's not talking about a drink. So explain to our viewers, or 2 or 3 or whoever's on there, I don't have a clue, what a beverage is in our world. Crickets? Are you freaking kidding me? Get your butt fired, man.
Alright, I'm gonna start my segment.
You gotta start your segment explaining what a beverage antenna is and kind of how I have those things laid out here. And I like this stuff. And I'm just gonna sit over here in my chair. Off camera, and I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
You're up, Buttercup.
Alright, so beverage antenna. Oh, what's going on, Grifter? Beer satellite.
These are people that join the live stream.
Yeah. Alright, so it's basically a long wire receiving
Send
antenna.
me a link to the live stream. I'll send it to my people.
They're mostly used on LF, which is low frequencies, like 1.8, 3.5, 7 megs. And you can terminate them at the end so that they receive in one direction.
Terminate them with a carbon composite resistor that goes to ground, and it's usually about a 400 ohm, 350, 400 something ohm resistor. If you don't terminate them, the wire is bidirectional, so if it's east and west, it's going to hear better east and west.
Yes. So the signal to noise ratio is greatened so that you can pull out signals that would otherwise potentially be a noise. Why they're called beverage antennas?
Yeah.
Why are we called ham radio operators?
Yeah, we don't have anything to do with ham, right? Beverage goes back to the creator, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Beverage.
John Beverage.
There's a Montana Molten 40 that we go back to the northwest and east.
Well, beverage on 40 is not going to happen.
No, I meant over here. Because I had switched.
Oh, okay.
I've been switching back and forth.
So these particular beverage antennas, because of the smaller size of property that I have now compared to what I used to have back in the 90s, early 2000s to 2015, these run in the range of 700 to 800 feet long. So a shorter beverage is going to have a broader receive pattern. You know, so these don't work. Really, they don't work anywhere close to what they used to be like at my old place, because you could have someone in New York calling you, and you could be on that northeast beverage or receive antenna, and you could hear them, and the S meter on the radio would be S8. You could switch over to the northwest, and they would maybe be S1. That's how well they work. They were very sharp. But yeah, they're just used on the low bands to help for lowering the noise floor and being able to pull weaker signals out of the noise. So that's the way that works.
I think the sharpest one's at southeast.
And I think the northwest one's just a little quiet, and they've always had northwest be quiet. I don't know why.
And I've had Alabama, Florida, Tennessee. I go to that southeast and just Georgia.
What else should we explain? We got that crazy little digital mode coming in on 3596 again.
No, that's on 40 now.
That's me sending an email.
Alright. So this box right here is the only one we have on, and that is a antenna turn controller. So we can turn the Yagi antennas up there in a certain direction.
Directional
Those
signal
antennas are
receiver.
directional.
Yes, that's correct.
And there's a bunch of them up there. And for this, actually we're only using 2, 4,
Just using 6 and
we're
3.
using 2, 4, yeah,
Five antennas.
Yeah, we're only using 5 transmit antennas for this one. When under normal circumstances, when everything would be hooked up, is a heck of a lot more. All the boxes, those controllers you see there, it's all homebrewed stuff. Built all that stuff, built all the relay boxes. We can switch into any single antenna. We can switch in a pair of antennas, change our wave angle, all kind of neat stuff. Change our directions to 2 directions at once, or 1 direction at once, or I'd say go to antennas in the same direction, stack pop each other like 100 feet over. What's my other European antenna on 28 megahertz? It's about 72. or something. I don't know. It's 32 feet below the top of 101, and so you switch in that, and you're changing your wave takeoff angle to a lower angle, which is better for the long distance on 28 megahertz. Similarly on 21 megahertz. Similarly on 14 megahertz. It all works. We're fixing to be down to what? 17 minutes before your shutdown time.
A couple more molds and I'll be over 90K.
Now, I'm going to admit to an issue at the start. Because two of the antennas out there on one of the towers, they are for 7 megahertz. They are a directional antenna. Keep in mind, I said they are for 7 megahertz. What did I say, Colin? What are they for?
40 meters.
7 megahertz, 40 meters. I did not realize until I walked in here 3 hours after Steve started operating. And he was trying to operate 28 megahertz and also 21 megahertz. I didn't realize until I walked in here and looked at one of the manual switches, because I don't typically set this place up for this type of, single operator type deal. So I just had to look down. Well, guess what? The master switch was on the 7 megahertz antennas. He's trying to use those up on 21 and 28 megahertz, and wasn't making a whole lot of progress there. Was making contacts there, but wasn't making a lot. And people were weak, and people he'd call, they couldn't hear them. Like, that's not usual. Usually, if we call somebody, they're going to hear us.
I thought the baggage was
I
terrible.
looked there, and that thing was on the 7 megahertz switch to feed those two 7 megahertz antennas out there, and I said, oh my God. So I flip it over to the ones they were supposed to be on, and all of a sudden, the world woke up.
It really wasn't until we went to 20 and the signals were so low on 20 that we really knew.
Yeah, it was right about that time too. So, golly. So that costs. That's going to cost some score for sure. And I kind of put that on me because I was just showing them this is how you're going to have to switch. Because I wasn't going to be in here to show them, what to switch. I just forgot to, I clicked it a few times. I just forgot to click it back over to. Boy. So that's on me. And it prompted me in my mind that maybe I need to build another relay box that has LEDs on it, so you can be sure that when you see those LEDs lit up to match the particular band that you're going to be on, you're on the right spot. Because where that switch is, it's laying flat. It's a manual switch. It has no visible lighting or anything like that to indicate to you that you're on the wrong position. So, it might be something I'll build. Which would take little or nothing for me to build 6 relays. I can build it. Box 6 relays and build me a controller with 6 positions on it. I'll be good.
Alright. How much does local atmosphere affect reception?
Atmosphere.
Well, I think he's referring to, does he mean like weather? Weather, atmosphere, weather.
It's all about sunspots. And at night on low band, it's all about, like during the day, why your AM radio stations, they lower their power during the day because they're down in that what are they at? 5,500 up to 1,700 kilohertz or whatever. And you hear them weak and you hear them waver, and then at night you start to hear a bunch more, maybe the same stations on the same frequency and whatnot. It's because during the day you have delay or absorption. So signals are absorbed, they don't redirect back down to the earth off the ionosphere, but at night that destabilization is gone and you get longer length propagation and stuff like that. And it's very similar to our low bands that we use in amateur radio. As far as the high bands, it's all about sunspot cycle, and you get E-skip, things like that. So atmospherically, I don't really classify that as atmosphere.
Sure, the ionosphere is atmosphere.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right there. Yeah, we have to layer propagation and all these other different things. When I think of most things, you know, how does it affect perception? Well, if you have thunderstorms in the area and you're operating down on low bands, it's going to be as noisy as heck, and it's going to be really hard to hear things because you're going to hear all the lightning static. It's horrible. And a little interesting tidbit, in a situation like out here from a 28 megahertz tower, there's 6 antennas on there. And if we have rain falling, sometimes that top antenna will actually absorb rain noise. But the antennas below it do not absorb that rain noise. And that has happened where we couldn't use the top antenna because it was creating so much noise we couldn't hear, so we switched to the lower antennas. It's rare that that happens. And also, I'll mention too that if there are thunderstorms around, you can believe that I am keeping a watch on it. With all this stuff hooked up and lightning rods sticking in there 100 feet, you don't really want to have the stuff hooked up. Got anything to add?
There he is.
Nope. Nope. Okay.
Just relaying questions.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see chat. Probably not much on there. Probably hardly anybody watching this anyway. I'm gonna get some good rowdy storms here this spring, and I'll have some more better content out there in mobile. Multi-camera views and all that good stuff. Hopefully
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
It's got 11 minutes left.
Yep.
I think it'll be hard to bring 90K, but
Got some notes on the new map.
yeah, I was clicking around on those, and there's 10 minutes. I don't know. If I get one of them, it's probably worth it.
Let me just one more corner is where the sun and six.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. So I'm gonna maybe the last 10 minutes worth this one. This guy real quick. And I'll do that.
More from 80 and run this.
Yeah, good idea. Let's see.
Just spotted the V7.
He's one of
35 millimeter. Should be WO.
That doesn't make it mobile up either because it's all up there right on the screen. also run across some inept radio operators. The problem that he's having right now is that this guy keeps calling him. He's already logged him and worked him 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, and he still keeps calling.
Yeah, I thought he gave me the exchange at the top there, but maybe not. Almost over 90K. One more. This Debian said he sends his, he usually uses his, so he uses his like, I'm mixing up 10 and W0. Well, that puts us over 90K. Let's get one more point here. A nice 91K. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't.
Spot was also 30 minutes ago.
Oh, what?
Queso and RL just got spotted.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
It'll be $100. It's the KU5B multiplier finding.
Don't worry. He's working on it. Can I get him?
second.
91 more Q. Really hoping for 550. That's my turn. Full 30 report. 31.
You gotta take at least 30 minutes off, so.
So, yes or no? It's over?
You have to take them in 30-minute
That's 30
chunks.
minutes.
So it's over. Hold on. Start working? Yeah. There we go. I wanted 550. Remember what I said? I said, let me see if I can get 550 before.
Yeah, the actual timer on the computer was still at 30. All right, so I got to figure out how to end this live stream now. All right, preview. That's what everything looks like. Okay, so we're gonna shut this down. I got to figure it out.
I was fine with that J51.
Yep.
40 and 80 code.
We're gonna stop, and we'll see you from the field with severe weather next, most likely.